Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory unto the true and living power, which is Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the true name of His only begotten Son, and there's no God beside them. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who've taught us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, and honors and citations to the elect Akim doing these works in sincerity and in truth. Once again, all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Alright, so real quick, as I'm on the road, what I want to get into is, look, man, the Lord, He always fed us. Alright? He always took care of us. How much more at the end? How much more after proving ourselves that we are truly with Him? That we truly believe in Him, right? That we forsook everything for Him. How much more is He going to be with us then? The scriptures say, the Lord is not unrighteous to forget our works and labor of love. He's not unrighteous to forget our works and labor of love. The so-called white man, he's unrighteous. He'll forget about you. He'll do you dirty. He won't keep his word. Shit, quick example. We got a new policy on the plantation. If you pick up an extra shift, you get a $50 bonus. Got my check. I picked up 2 shifts. Got my check. Why do I see just one $50 bonus? He's unrighteous, man. He's fucking greedy. But when it comes to the Most High, he's not like that. He holds up his end of the deal. And the Lord always fed us, man. This is Mark chapter 8, right at the top. It says, in those days, the multitude being very great and having nothing to eat, Yahweh Shai called the disciples unto him and said unto them, and we're going to come into the times where we're going to have nothing to eat. If you don't take the V shot, you're not going to have nothing to eat. They're going to tell you, look, you can't get into these stores unless you got a V shot, unless you got proof. However they're going to do it. Unless you got proof that you got a V shot, you ain't getting into the stores. So how are we going to eat if we can't go into the stores and buy nothing? Brothers don't know how to hunt, skin animals, kindle up a fire and cook it. We don't know how to do that. So soon we're not going to have nothing to eat. Verse 2. I have the words of Yahweh Shai. At that, he says, I have compassion on the multitude because they have now been with me 3 days and have nothing to eat. Verse 3, and if I send them away fasting to their own houses, they will faint by the way, for divers of them came from far. See? So Yahweh Shai, he didn't want them to faint. He didn't want them to, feel jacked up from a lack of food. He said what? He said he had compassion on them. So what did he do? He fed them. As we're going to get into it. Now, when we can't go into these stores, and a day goes by, all right, look, boom. So we can't go into your store because we're not taking the V shot, right? All right. So we run out of food. A day goes by, we still can't get into the store. 2 days goes by, we still haven't eaten. 3 days may go by, like in this scenario, we still haven't eaten. The compassion is going to kick in. Because why? Because we still have been with the Lord. Like he said they've been with me for 3 days. We've been with the Lord. We've been with the Lord in the Spirit. Hey, he told the disciples, whenever did we, the disciples asked him. Well, he told the disciples. Well, the disciples asked him, whenever did we fed you when you was hungry? When did we clothe you when you was naked? When did we visit you when you was in jail? And he said, hey, whenever you do it to each other, you do it for me as well. So as long as we still together in this brotherhood, like you say, wherever 2 or 3 gather, there I am in the midst of them. We've been with Yahweh Shai all this time, following him, worshiping him. So it's like the same scenario here. Verse 4. And his disciples answered him, from whence can a man satisfy these men with bread here in the wilderness? With bread here in the wilderness? And he asked, so they're like, how are you going to feed them? The disciples asked him, like, how are you going to feed all these men? You know? He's like, we're not even next to a store. We're going to go out in the wilderness and look for stuff for them? How are we going to do that? Verse 5. And he asked them, how many loaves have ye? And they said 7. And he commanded the people to sit on the ground. And he took the 7 loaves and gave thanks and brake and gave them. Sorry, let me read that again. It says, and he commanded the people to sit on the ground. And he took the 7 loaves and gave thanks and brake and gave to his disciples to set them before him. And they did set them before the people. And they had a few small fishes, and he blessed and commanded to set them also before them. So they did eat and were filled. And they took up of the broken meat that was left 7 baskets. And they that had eaten were about 4,000, and he sent them away. You know, and when you read the other Gospels, that 4,000 is just 4,000 men, let alone their families, women and children. I think the other one might have said 7. I'm not sure, man. But as you can see, 7 pieces of bread and a few small fishes, right? A few can be anywhere from 5, 4, right? Let's just go with 5. 7. Let's go with 7. 7 loaves of bread, 7 small fish turned into 5,000, man. It's like it turned into 4,000. So the Lord fed them, man. And don't you know that fish and bread was rocking? You know how I know it was rocking, man? Because Yahweh Shai said, you following me. Eventually he said, you only following me because I fed you. So you had men following the Lord just to eat some more of that fish. Just to eat some more of the food that the Lord made. That's how you know. And guess what? When I was reading the story, some of them traveled across the sea trying to follow Yahweh Shai. So it's not like they didn't have money to eat. If you could have boarded a ship to look for Yahweh Shai, to follow him, then you could easily buy food. But they wanted the food that he had. That's how rocking it was, man. That's how banging that it was. And remember how it said when he did the miracle at the wedding, he said, dang, who say this good wine for the end? When Yahweh Shai did that miracle, he said, dang, I say the good wine for the end. So the wine was amazing. And the food was amazing. So he fed them good. And it said that they were filled. So they ate good and they ate to the filling. Alright? So, what's different now? So, what's so different now? He's not going to feed us now because it's Jacob's trouble? What's different about it now? Actually, what's different about it is that we're in an even better situation. He fed knuckleheads, man. Yahweh Shai had so much compassion on the people, he even fed the knuckleheads that was in the midst. That didn't care nothing about the doctrine, that just wanted food. Wanted to be a part of something. He fed them. How much more us that have lost everything for this truth? Everything we could have been in America. Not that I'm crying about it. Hell no. But I'm just saying we gave all of that shit up, bro. We lost families, everything. We lost it all for Yahweh Shai. How much more is he going to feed us? Because remember, he did it before. He just did it here. He said he didn't want them to faint on their way back to their houses. And he fed them. Because he had compassion on them. So what's so different now? What's different now is that it's even for the better. We gonna be fed. We gonna be good. Now we're gonna be in the midst of all this hell breaking loose, but we still gonna make it to a chariot. We still gonna get through. The scripture say, through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of the Most High. So we still going to be going through some tribulation, but we still going to be taken care of at the same time. Hey, getting put out of our houses is tribulation. Not going in the stores is tribulation. People looking for you, wanting to straight up put you in the ground is tribulation. See? And we gonna get through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. I got a full faith, man. Because I just did a lesson titled Doubt is a Sin unto Death. When you think about it, because the scriptures say, he that eateth is damned while he eateth, because he eateth not with faith. But he that doubt is damned while he eateth, because he eateth not with faith. And we all know that the scriptures is sometimes considered bread as well. It's considered living water. So, Lord was edifying. Salaki for the roadmap on here. You know, I didn't want to wait to get home to do this lesson. I wanted to do it ASAP, man. While the spirit is still hot. So Lord was edifying, and they ate the water, and all praises and glory. Yeah, right. Clown. Salaki. So the water, and all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Gadash. Double honors to the Apostle of the Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the elect brothers, man. That's sincerity and truth. And shalom.